Hey everybody. So, today I'm not reviewing a specific movie on this particular post, but I have both a problem and a solution that I've come up with related to this IMDb Bottom 100 challenge. Uh, the problem is that when I froze the list, and still currently on the IMDb Bottom 100, there are a number of movies that are foreign films that have not gotten a Western release or any kind of formal subtitling or dubbing. Which means that I can't really watch them effectively. I've covered one of these already, in which we actually did manage to find some subtitles that we attached to video, and it sort of made sense as much as it possibly could, which was Turks in Space, which is Turkish Star Wars 2. Problem is, the other movies that I can't find they're really hard to find. Like, we can't even find an equivalent of that. Like, a couple examples of this. One is Anus McGillicuddy. Uh, I have made a good effort to try and find this movie. It is available sometimes on Amazon, but there just aren't enough copies out there. I did manage to find some clips of it on YouTube, so I've watched about 20 minutes of it, but not nearly enough to understand what the plot was trying to be, or to really give any kind of honest review of it. Similarly, I found a movie by Uli Lommel called Daniel Der Zauberer, which is pretty consistently high in the bottom 100, but I can't find a dubbed or subtitled version of it. I did find the movie somewhere, I don't remember where, and I tried watching it, but I don't speak German, and I mean, I could watch it and be, hi, I'm confused, I don't speak this language, but that's not constructive. That doesn't really do me any good or anybody else any good, because I can't honestly review the thing. So there's a number of movies that are in that situation. Most of them are, foreign releases, things. There's one called Danes Without a Clue that I can't find in its original title or under the English title. There's a handful like that. Most of them are either Bollywood or Turkish or, Eastern European, but there are a handful of movies that I'm just not finding, and I'm not gonna find, I don't think. I'm still looking, and if I do find them, I'll review them. But in the meantime, I've got to have sort of contingency plan here. So I've managed to find copies of about 80 of the bottom 100. So there's about 20 odd out there that I don't have a copy of that I can't find. Maybe. About 20. Maybe a little less. So I found a solution to this. I did some digging on the internet and found an archive post from 2004, early days of the IMDb Bottom 100, as far as I know. I found it in an old message board that has a listed Bottom 100 from that time period. So we're talking about The Room was released in 2004. Which isn't on the bottom 100 now, and it's actually, I don't even think it was released when this post was made. I think it was January 2004. So to give you an idea of all the things that have happened since then, like Birdemic didn't exist then, which is, consistently in the top 10. And even the current number one, which is another one I'm not going to find, is called Gun Day, which I could talk at some length about why that's at the bottom. It was actually tanked for political reasons in the IMDb rankings. Although it doesn't look good, it's not nearly bottom of the bottom 100 good or bad. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting differences. Just because a lot of these movies weren't released yet, they're on the bottom 100 now, it's kind of interesting to see what made it in there then. So I'm going to to make up this empty space that I can't find these movies, because of the nature of the bottom 100 is that it is a democratic and constantly changing list, I don't think there should be any problem with me going back and looking at previous members of the bottom 100 that have since been either, disqualified or have raised their rankings as such that they're not in the bottom 100 anymore. As far as I'm concerned, it's still a bottom 100 movie. So I found a number of these when I went through it. There's a lot of movies that you might expect to be down there. Things like Batman and Robin, Hercules in New York, which is an early Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that I've got. Basically, I found a lot of these that I already have copies of that can really fill up the holes very easily. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to state when I review these that these are alumni bottom 100 movies, but unless I can find all these films, which I really don't think is going to happen, it's not a matter of me not looking. I literally travel the country with my job, stopping by DVD stores trying to find these movies. They're just not out there. It's not like they're not on the Pirate Bay. They're not, they're not on YouTube. They're not anywhere. I can, post a list of all the movies I can't find. If anybody can help me, If I could find copies of these movies, I'm willing to exchange. I have a massive DVD collection that I'm willing to exchange some of my movies to get a hold of these, just so that I can review them. I will post a list and hopefully try to, get word out to, I don't know, our bad movies or something like that to see if I can get a hold of some of these. But, yeah, so I'm going to do my best to keep looking for these last 20-odd movies that I can't find from the bottom 100. I might also fill in with some new movies that have clocked in there recently, like Copper Mountain, which is an old Jim Carrey movie that's apparently really bad. This new Gun Day movie, which may get a Western release, I don't know. It only came out 2014. It's the only 2014 movie on there right now. If I can find a copy of it, I'll do it. But it's not looking too good right now. But if I do find these things, I'll review them. But as for the time being, I'm going to start reviewing some alumni movies of the bottom 100 and see how that goes. Here's hoping that it works well. So cool. You can look forward to some interesting new movies in the bottom 100 reviews. So cool. Yeah.